Hi, I'm talking with John Tellner, and he had a great experience with Kimber Lim of Transformational Business. So, John, why don't you tell him a little bit about what happened with you and your experience with Kimber?
Well, I first met Kimber through a friend that was doing some business work with her, and it was kind of a down time for me. I was between jobs and dealing with that, struggling a bit. So my friend introduced me to Kimber, and I worked with her on launching the next phase of my career.
And what happened? Because she's actually my business coach now too. She's taken me from, in the short time I've worked with her, she's transformed me, and she's actually transforming my life too. And it sounds like you've had the same kind of experience.
Yeah, really, when I first met her, I was starting from nothing, literally. I had no job. I was on the computer every day trying to create something. And out of nowhere, she said, we need to set a goal. And she had suggested that I stretch and said, why don't you go for something in the millions? And, out of my impression of her, and this is the first time meeting, I said, well, good grief. If we're going to make something up, why don't we do something in the billions? And she was a little taken aback, but she got it, and we put that down. So here I am, working from home, trying to create something, and had no idea how I was going to create something in the billions. But just my sense of K-Marie, something was going to break. Something was going to happen.
Yeah. So what happened next?
So I ended up landing a job at a company that used to be called TRW. They make satellites. They tend to make the most sophisticated, the most unique. It's a pretty extraordinary place. And I came in as a manager and just started working the job, and still had this stretch goal that I had conceived with K-Marie. And I found myself sitting in front of a woman who was talking about how busy she was, and she had a proposal to run. Mm-hmm. And I had never done that before, but I stepped right into it. And I said, look, I want to manage that for you. So it was a challenge. It was a blast. It was a real stretch for me. But in the end, we won a $2.7 billion project for the company.
Oh, my God.
So I called K-Marie back and I said, thank you very much for the conversation. It was billions, so it was more than one. It turned out just the way that we had talked about it. And it was a great accomplishment for me, but I was very, very clear that it really started with the conversation I had with her. And my good friend who introduced me to her achieved similar results. I actually had a friend who signed up for the course we did with K-Marie at the same time. He was nowhere and ended up somewhere. She does this with people all the time. This is what she does. So it was more than just coaching. It was more than just advice. It was really, hey, let's conceive something and create something. And, I can count on one hand the kind of people I have that relationship with.
Yeah, I can too. I knew she was extraordinary the moment I met her too, and she's been helping me transform as well. So Hopefully people will see this, and they'll also see a bigger vision of themselves than what you ever really thought of, because I think you had the same thing. She saw something in me and sees something bigger in us than we could ever see by ourselves. And once you start thinking like that, what you see, you become. What you think about, you become. And just proud to be in the same league as you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, and best of luck to you.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye.